Earth's most breathtaking places often hide its darkest secrets. Behind the waterfalls, savannas, and towering cliffs lie some of the deadliest creatures ever to walk this planet. These parks may attract millions of tourists each year, but they also hold a quiet, primal danger that never sleeps. From Africa's golden plains to Australia's endless swamps, we're counting down the 5 national parks where nature doesn't just exist, it fights back. So buckle up, because this journey won't be safe, and that's exactly why it's worth it. Yellowstone might be a symbol of natural beauty, but beneath the postcard scenes is a monster waiting to wake up. The entire park sits on a massive supervolcano, a ticking time bomb capable of reshaping North America. And that's before you even talk about the wildlife. At over 3,400 square miles, Yellowstone is a frontier that never fully tamed itself. Its most iconic predator is the grizzly bear. These beasts can stand 8 feet tall and weigh up to 700 pounds, but what's more terrifying is how fast they are, 35 miles per hour through forests and snow. Most encounters happen by accident. A hiker turns a corner and there it is, staring back. There's no running, no fighting, only luck. Next are the bison, deceptively peaceful giants. They graze calmly, tails flicking in the wind, until something gets too close. Then they switch from statues to missiles. Weighing over 2,000 pounds, bison can launch people into the air like rag dolls. Every summer, Yellowstone records dozens of injuries from tourists who thought they were safe at selfie distance. The wolves add another layer of danger. These apex hunters were reintroduced to the park in the 1990s and have since reshaped its ecosystem. They hunt in coordinated packs, reading each other's movements like soldiers. To see them in the wild is breathtaking. To hear them at night, haunting. And let's not forget the moose. They don't look deadly until you realize they're 7 feet tall at the shoulder and can weigh nearly 1,500 pounds. When they charge, even bears give way. Add to that Yellowstone's boiling geysers and toxic hot springs, where the ground can collapse without warning, and the park becomes a living, breathing hazard zone. It's beautiful, yes, but it's the kind of beauty that doesn't care if you survive it. Australia never does danger halfway, and Kakadu proves it. Stretching over 7,600 square miles, an area bigger than the entire country of Slovenia. It's a patchwork of swamps, waterfalls, and ancient cliffs painted with Aboriginal rock art that's thousands of years old. But beneath its cultural beauty lies a deadly ecosystem where survival depends on instincts, not luck. The land floods in the wet season, burns in the dry, and in between, it teems with life that bites, strikes, or stalks anything that moves. The undisputed kings here are the saltwater crocodiles. Locals call them salties, but there's nothing cute about them. Some stretch over 17 feet long and weigh more than a small car. Their jaws crush with over 3,700 pounds of force, strong enough to split bone clean in half. They wait motionless, perfectly camouflaged in muddy water, before exploding upward in a blur of violence. Dozens of fatal attacks have happened here over the years, and every sign that says no swimming is there for a reason. Then come the bull sharks, the only sharks bold enough to swim hundreds of miles upriver. They glide through murky water where you least expect them, often attacking from below. Their aggressive nature and razor-sharp teeth make them one of the few species feared by both crocodiles and humans alike. As if that's not enough, Kakadu's forests are crawling with venomous snakes. From the inland taipan, the most venomous snake on Earth, to death adders and brown snakes, every step on the trail could be your last. Rangers walk with sticks, constantly tapping the ground to warn reptiles away. And then, lurking in the grasslands, are wild buffalo. Huge, muscular beasts capable of charging at over 30 miles per hour. They've flipped vehicles, gored hunters, and even fought crocodiles head-on. Combine that with flash floods, 110 degrees Fahrenheit heat, and vast, empty landscapes where rescue is hours away, and Kakadu becomes less of a park and more of a test of human endurance. Here, nature doesn't tolerate mistakes. It punishes them. Virunga is one of Earth's most extraordinary and most dangerous ecosystems. Tucked deep in Central Africa, this park is a storm of contrasts. Lush rainforests, lava-spewing volcanoes, and lakes that bubble with toxic gas. It's a place so raw that even the rangers who protect it risk their lives daily. Over 200 of them have died in the line of duty. defending the park from poachers and armed militias. Its beauty and chaos fused together, stretching across 3,000 square miles of unfiltered wilderness. At the heart of it all are the mountain gorillas, powerful, majestic, and fiercely territorial. These aren't the peaceful zoo gorillas people are used to. A silverback can weigh 400 pounds of solid muscle and lift over 1,800 pounds with ease. When they charge, the air shakes. Even their mock displays are terrifying, and one wrong move can make them see red. Despite their danger, they're also what keeps Virunga alive. Tourists risk everything to see them. Then, there are the forest elephants, ghosts of the jungle. They're smaller than their savanna cousins, but twice as unpredictable. Their tusks carve through the undergrowth like blades, and they're infamous for ambushing vehicles or campsites when startled. Rangers talk about hearing branches snap seconds before a full-grown elephant bursts through the trees like a wrecking ball. Down by the rivers, hippos dominate the waterways. At first glance, they look lazy, but they're ruthless when provoked. These giants can weigh 4,000 pounds and still run faster than a man. Locals know better than to fish where the water ripples, because it might be a hippo waiting below. Lurking in the shadows is the leopard, Virunga's silent predator. Agile, stealthy, and almost invisible, they rule the night. When they strike, it's over in seconds. But beyond the wildlife, Virunga's greatest danger might be the land itself. The park sits on one of Africa's most active volcanic belts. Earthquakes, eruptions, rebel conflict, and 4 apex predators. Virunga is where nature and humanity both show their wildest sides. The next time you wake up, you will be teleported in the next national park on this list. Unless you subscribe, of course. Okay, no more begging, sorry. Back to the video. Tucked beneath the snowy peaks of the Himalayas, Chitwan National Park looks like something straight out of a fairy tale, until you realize how quickly that fairy tale can turn into a nightmare. This 360-square-mile jungle is a wall of heat, mud, and noise. It's humid, thick with vines, and alive with the constant rustle of predators. Chitwan is one of the last strongholds of Asia's biggest killers, where every sound could mean life or death. At the top of the food chain are the Bengal tigers. These striped ghosts are built for stealth, a perfect blend of muscle, patience, and brutality. They can leap over 30 feet in a single bound and bite through a buffalo's spine like it's paper. In Chitwan, tiger attacks on livestock are common, and every so often, one goes rogue and stalks local villages. Even rangers say when the forest goes quiet, it means the tiger is close. Then there's the one-horned rhinoceros, a prehistoric beast that looks like it stepped out of the Ice Age. Covered in thick folds of armor-like skin, they can weigh up to 5,000 pounds and charge faster than most cars on jungle roads. Despite their size, they move almost silently until the last second. When they charge, trees snap like matchsticks. The rivers cutting through Chitwan belong to the mugger crocodiles, ancient, heavy-bodied reptiles that look lazy until they don't. They wait under the surface for hours, sometimes days, until something comes close enough. In a blink, they explode upward, jaws snapping shut with brutal precision. More than one fisherman has disappeared without a splash, and towering above them all are the wild elephants. These giants can be calm one minute and destructive the next, especially males in musth, a hormone-fueled rage that turns them into tanks on legs. They've flipped jeeps, crushed homes, and even killed their handlers. Chitwan is raw, unforgiving, and ancient. It's a rare place where you can still feel what the world was like before humans took over. A world where we weren't on top. Kruger National Park, the beating heart of Africa's wilderness. Bigger than some countries, stretching nearly 7,500 square miles across savanna, rivers, and thick brush. It's home to the Big Five, and every one of them has earned that title through blood. Kruger isn't just a safari, it's nature's ultimate proving ground, where every sunrise comes with a new hunt. Let's start with the lions. The kings of Kruger move in prides that can take down entire buffalo herds. A single male weighs over 400 pounds and can roar loud enough to shake the air from 5 miles away. Visitors sometimes find themselves surrounded at night, lions pacing just outside the headlights, eyes glowing like embers. The park belongs to them. Then the African buffalo, calm until they aren't. Called Black Death by locals, they've killed more hunters than any other African animal. Their curved horns can pierce a jeep door, and they never forget an enemy. Wounded buffalo have been known to circle back and ambush the very people who shot them. The hippos dominate Kruger's waterways. They look goofy, almost cartoonish, until you see one in motion. They can run 20 miles per hour on land, bite through a crocodile's back, and flip boats with one lunge. At night, they leave the rivers to graze, and that's when most deadly encounters happen. Finally, the Nile crocodiles, silent, ancient killers that haunt Kruger's lakes and rivers. They can grow over 16 feet long, and when they strike, it's lightning fast. They drag victims under and roll until everything goes still. In Kruger, every creature is both predator and prey. Even the air feels tense, alive with the hum of danger. It's the closest thing left to the true wild, where humans are reminded they're not invincible. From Virunga's volcanoes to Kruger's golden plains, these parks prove that nature's beauty is only half the story. The other half is survival, brutal, honest, and unforgiving. Every trail, every river, every shadow hides something that could end you in seconds. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, sweetheart.